to use this because I don't have that.
FIDE Scott works with leaders to help them turn organizational potential into organizational performance. Today he'll be sharing with you the introduction to a corporate retreat he's speaking at on October 29th. Please welcome Advanced Communicator Bronze, Scott Brown, and his speech entitled The Circle of Trust. Scott.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Have you ever wondered how humans manage to live for so long? How we've managed to persevere in the face of such great danger all around us? I've always been curious too, of all the creatures that could have possibly risen to the top of the food chain, how did we be the ones that figured out how to do that? We're not the fastest. I would not take Reed in a race over saber-toothed tiger. We're not the strongest. I will not favor Thomas in a fight with a giant elk. However, we are an incredibly social creature that has found ways to adapt our strengths to be able to persevere with danger all around us. The way we do that is because we're such a social creature. We are able to bind together, and while we alone may not be able to be the best, the fastest, the strongest, the most nimble, when you put us together, we do some pretty amazing stuff, wouldn't you say? Like a lot of creatures, humans come together and form tribes. We come together and form societies and groups. We come together to form a community to protect us. How does that work, and why do we do that? The idea behind the community is very simple. It's one that all animals share. You bring together many animals of the same species that have like-minded goals, and together they're able to protect the many and thrive. Now, a great example. If you considered yourself, say 50,000 years ago, and you're a cave person, living in a cave by yourself, and you realize one day, I'm hungry, I have to go eat. I don't know how to make a spear. I'm just going to go out and find something to kill. Do you think your bloodlines will still be around today? I'm thinking saber-toothed tiger 1, you nothing. But, if you lived in a community, and you're able to say, can you help me forge a spear? And I says, yes, I am the greatest spear forger in all the land. And she forges you a great spear. And then you say, Helena, I need to find animals. Can you help me track them? And Helena says, yes, I am the greatest animal tracker in all the land. I will help you track the animals. And then you realize, I can't do this alone. So you gather Ashley, Curtis, Tawana, Wesley, Pat, and you all go out in one collective. You surround the woolly mammoth, and you have enough food for your entire tribe to eat for a month. Not only that, but when you come back, you have this giant pelt that you can now make into cloaks and blankets to keep your family warm, because you live in a cave. And there's not really air conditioning or heat in a cave. So as a community, you've all been able to come together to do this. But why are you willing to be part of a community when not everybody can do everything? It's very simple. Because somebody's going to always have your back. Someone's going to have your back no matter what. And so you know that you can't do everything, so you know that I's going to have your back when it comes to forging the spear. She's going to look out for you in that way. And you know that Helena is going to have your back because she's going to help you find the animals you need to kill. All of you have individual strengths, individual things that you do better than anybody else in the community, and you innately know how to draw those out of individual people so that the community as a whole survives. Fortunately, we don't live in caves anymore. I'm very thankful about that. I don't know about you, but I'm very thankful we don't live in caves anymore. We now live in organizations. Have you ever seen an organization or a group that all of a sudden feels as though they can't allow themselves to pull the strength from everybody else, that they have to do everything themselves? They have to all of a sudden become the best game tracker, the best spear maker. They have to become the best at everything. Because if you aren't the best at everything, then you show weakness. And if you show weakness, then that's who we sacrifice to the gods. Sometimes that means we fire them because they're the weakest one of the herd. And we have to have headcount reductions. That's who goes. So you can't show that you have weaknesses. That's completely against everything that we try to do as a species. We've lived as a species together in a collective for tens of thousands of years. And now all of a sudden, here we are in the last 200 years living together as individuals, where I must protect myself. I cannot show my vulnerability that I might not be the best at something because someone else is going to use that against me. That's probably the greatest opportunity that all organizations have today. How do we get back to that feeling that it's okay to say, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me with that? And not see that as a sign of weakness, but actually the sign of strength. How do we have the power and the courage to walk up to someone and say, that is a great idea, let's work on that together. Let me help you so we can grow that. And know that your offer isn't going to be looked at with cynicism or as though you're trying to do something to get at somebody else, but it's just meant for what it is. You see that you have a strength that you can help somebody out with and you're going to help the group get better. How do we do that as a society? How do we do that as an organization? How do we do that going forward? One of the greatest things that we can do going forward as organizations is to stop trying to be the best for ourselves. To stop trying to be the number one person that we can possibly be. And to start looking at how do we be the best for the many. Now today we're going to spend a lot of time talking about our individual strengths, our individual personalities, and how we can use those for the many. As a team of 7, your group is coming together with an opportunity to do something amazing. You have a new leader, and you have 4 of your 7 have only been with the company for less than a year. You're in a stage that we call storming. You're still trying to find your way. And with any storm, you don't want to be vulnerable and get hurt. But we're going to work today on how to allow yourself to become vulnerable, to say, I might not have all the answers, but I'm sure willing to listen and learn. And then to go forward and to help everyone else. The Nature Conservancy has a 75-year tradition of taking care of what we hold so dear on this planet, our Mother Earth. Today, let's work on how we as a group can hold just as dearly to your growth as what you try to do to the Earth. Thank you.